Hello, it's Meg. I want to pair more old ass decks. Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to pair more older decks. Mostly because I said that I would to you and to myself. And I would really like to clean up this mess. So that's more so the reason I would just like to clean my mess. So I have two decks, two older decks that I would like to pair. I feel like I should do Luminous Void because I mentioned it. But I also, hold on, let me grab my iPad because, ow. Oh. Oh. Because in my last video, a lot of people commented some really great suggestions. I'm gonna have to go grab those bins again. Very annoying. Okay. I just want to see the suggestions. Some of them were decks that I just don't have. I definitely don't have. All right, view, video, comments. Okay, let's see here. Ah, okay, very cool. Yeah, Shanity says the narrative alchemy is brilliant with it. I agree. That was one of my faves with the Tarot of Sweet Twilight. Amazing. Okay, let's see here. Luminous Void, Runners of the Sun. Okay, where that? Okay, remember that, guys. Mysteries of Mary. I think that would also, that's a good idea, but I'm not doing tarot with this right now. Okay, let's see. Was that the, oh, Robin's Reflections says to try Luminous Void with the Classic Marseille. Also a very good suggestion. And my comment back was, is there like a Marseille sort of style oracle deck? Because I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there is, like, you know, woodblock print or whatever, but I feel like there's not that many of them. Could be more. Okay, cool. So Runners of the Sun. I think that sounds good. There might be a lot of overlap too, because I feel like Reclaim is going to look good with Luminous Void, but also won't be very grounding, you know? And that's sort of the requirement for me personally. But we'll look at a bunch just to see what looks good, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you, iPad, for your service. Appreciate it so much. Okay, let's see if there's any oracle decks in this bin. This actually is an oracle deck and might look good with the other deck that I'm considering doing I don't even like this tarot deck. Why is that here? Let's see. I think both of these are going to be tough for me to do, and maybe I'll just try to be succinct and do both in one video, or I will do separate videos. So the Luminous Void is one that I do want to do because I brought it up, and that was like the whole thing. And the other one that I'm thinking about doing is the Robin Wood Tarot. Okay, so I was in Thea's Discord, her membership Discord, and we were talking about decks that we hate or don't like or whatever. She had nothing to do with it, okay? It was us. I don't know, it was funny because I was just like, I kept like describing decks, but I can't remember the names of them. And someone brought up this one. I was like, oh, I just got that one. Ellie from Hidden Grove Tarot was getting rid of some decks and sent this one to me. And I hadn't even looked at it yet, but someone was like, I hate that deck. And I was like, oh, I just got it. So Crystal, ooh, never mind. I don't want to dox anyone for hating a deck. I'm so sorry. Anyway, maybe that's funny. Well, whatever. Okay, sorry. I'll ask her if it's okay, and if not, I'll edit this out. Okay, but anyway, someone was saying that they don't like this deck, and they were like pulling out different cards, and I was like, oh, I think he looks cute, like I like that card. So I got up the deck, and then I was using it, and I was like, I like put it in order and was looking at all the cards, and I was like, actually I think this is really like, it's kind of like, I kind of like it, like it's kind of like corny and fun. And I was reading the book, and I thought it was really funny that like what is he said? He was like talking about like wanting to make like a more like modern like RWS or something, but it looks so 70s to me, like the like what they're wearing, like the style, like so much of it. But it's from 1991, which I guess like the line work is kind of like 90s, but anyway. And then I was like, I should do a pairing video with this deck, because what will I pair it with? Like, what do I have to pair with this? And I'm sure I do, actually, like now that I think about it. Like I have Nature's Pharmacy, those the Andy Taylor's animal deck would probably look really good with this. And like a Celtic, I have some Celtic oracles. But the thing is like, I don't love those oracle decks as much as I love these other ones. And is there any oracle deck, are there oracle decks that I have that I use more often, that I love so much, that would look great with this one? And maybe we'll try to do both of these simultaneously. I don't know how that's going to work, just because there are some decks that I kind of want to like see if they would look good with either of these. Or maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just save some oracles just for this one. You know, like the cards of alchemy, or like Materia Prima and Supra. Like, I don't know, but we'll see. If we're being thorough, we're going to check them both. But I wish you guys could vote. I feel like the vote would be Luminous Void, because people are more interested in this deck, I think. And like, I don't think anyone cares about this deck. I think it's funny though. And that's sort of like the spirit of the tag, is like just any old deck. But Luminous Void, I think that's what I'm going to do, because this is also more important to me right now in terms of like, I would like to see what I can pair with this and what feels really good and really grounding to me. Because this deck is crazy. It's so like intense. Also, I think that there's like a dissociation to this deck. And I think that if someone has like struggled with that in any way in their life, with like anxiety stuff, or, you know, like overstimulation or whatever, that it can be kind of intense, and you want, you know, like sometimes, okay, so I had this yoga teacher who was like a really intense person, and she just felt really like ungrounded. And sometimes like this deck, like it feels like that sort of like yoga, like meditative state where you're just like shooting off into space. Like the creator of Adventure Time, who was really into Kundalini yoga, and he said that he was doing it a lot after like a breakup, and he turned into a caterpillar after a meditation. And he was like, oh, I can't do this anymore because I live in the real world and I can't be a caterpillar. And I think about that because it's true, you know? And this deck is like being, maybe like it's closer to being a caterpillar, but we need, you know, and it's good to, you know, you want both. You want to be able to be in both, or venture into one, but stay grounded. Which is a lot of, anyway, we're going to find some decks, I think. Hopefully. What should we start with? I don't know. I have this pile of decks that I really liked for Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. So maybe we'll just start with some of those. I just don't think... This one's kind of cool, right? This one's the Starwalker Oracle deck. And I think this actually looks cool and kind of has sort of like because of the color and like the images being more realistic, it does have like a more grounded quality to it, in which case we should immediately check out, whoops, oh goodness, it's gonna be like that for sure. Oh man. Okay, so I think think that one's fun. I think that looks good. Nature Speak Oracle, which, spoilers for my like top 11 decks, which ends up being, you know, like way more. This is like my favorite Oracle deck. Maybe like, I don't know. Like if I was doing like a favorite Oracle decks ever video, it would be absolutely in the top 5. I think that this, I don't know. I think this might work really well, actually. And then on that same note, or an adjacent to that note, Feathered Omens, I also really love. And I think that's also fantastic. So maybe this is easier than we thought. I thought. I'm going to keep a nice little pile there. And I guess how it would look in my mind is like many of these, some of the Nature Speak, and like 1 or 2 of these. Like a big spread. This table's big. Anyway. Okay, so I guess so far we're 3 for 3, which is good, I think the first video really helped me to picture and think and imagine, I guess. I think that this one, the Narrative Alchemy, which was, like I said, one of my absolute favorites for the Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. I think that this, I don't know if this is my first choice, but I think this looks really good also. Sorry if the lighting's a little dark. The lighting is so strange in here. Like in here it looks really like bright and fine right now. It's just sort of like neutral light. It was raining, but the sun has come out now, which is amazing. So this is like a red card, but it looks kind of orange here. But then whenever I've said that in a video and then I look at this one's also red. When I look at the video later, it looks totally fine and normal. So I think it adjusts or fixes it or something. Anyway, I think this looks really good actually, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I definitely like it. I definitely do like it. Okay, let's see. What else? I kind of want to see what Supra. I don't think that's grounding though. I think Supra is a really difficult deck to pair with the decks that I have because of the color of it. And wow, I'm just like had like a little flood of feeling. I feel like I know what I want to pair this with. It's not this deck. I don't like this. Oh, Runners of the Sun. We have to try Runners of the Sun. But that's in a bin, which is good because then we get to the bins. The bins. Okay, here. Oh, pass. No, I feel like I want to not, like, you know, show every deck. Been really into this deck too, which everyone knows. Green Gold's Ancestral Plant Spirit. Okay, I think this looks awesome. I think this is going to be like a photographic plant deck pairing thing. I don't know if it's this one's not my favorite. I would probably just not even have this be in the running. There's something about like the softer border color of Nature Speak that like works really well. And I also have kind of found that the Nature Wisdom message cards, I like them so much. They're so good. They're beautiful. But they they're like so small and kind of dense. Like the images are here. I can show you what I'm talking about. Like in Nature Wisdom or Nature Speak Oracle, the image is like 1, 2 tulips and it's like a bigger card, and this one's like so small and compact. And then like the images are also really compact. So I actually do I do like this. I do like the way this looks. But I don't think I would pick this. So in that, this deck ends up being something that I know it wouldn't match. Like, I like to find for pairings, my favorite is to have a 1-to-1 ratio of cards, like cards. But I'm also, like, if I'm doing a really big one, having a few of these, I think makes sense. Anyway. Well, whatever. Okay, those are all tarot decks. What about something like this? These like weird, I don't know what these are called. I just have these cards. But I think this is kind of awesome. There's actually an oracle deck that I'm looking for that I have, but it's a majors only and an oracle, and it's like chakra cards, and I love it so much. It's by Isha Lerner, but I don't know where it is. I don't think it has a bag. I think that's why, which I don't like that. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I think this one would probably work. So I'm not sure we need to keep looking at the like textbook photographic plant decks. I think we can move on from that as a category. What about celestial bodies? I got this in the Kickstarter, and I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I have tons of, I don't think this is good. I have tons of, I guess I like the collage. I kind of, you know, I'm into that. But I haven't looked at this really at all. I got it and I brought it to Tarot Club, and everyone else used it. I have tons of astrology decks. Not tons, but I have like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 or something, which is more than I need because I don't use them really. I use this one sometimes. What's in your stars? This one might be cool. Actually, this one might look okay. I kind of like that. And I think that the amount of writing does sort of like, okay, well, we have to be here because we need to read and have some reading comprehension happening. That's nice. The colors are good. Oh, that makes me think that the Mother Witch might be cool, because these colors sort of remind me of that deck, which I love that deck. Wow, what an amazing deck. I feel like there was like this time where I had tons of really good pairings that I really loved so much, and I like made no record of them whatsoever because I was like busy or just, I don't know, not making videos and kind of out of it. And whoops. Okay, so there's that, which I do like, which I'm going to put over here because of the liking it. Let's try the CC33 as we make our way to the bin that has Runners of the Sun. I don't think that this is going to be good because, I mean, CC33 is like really good, but I don't think that this, okay, let's see. Okay, 3 of Swords. Though we travel the world over to find beautiful, find the beautifulness, carry it with us, or we find it not. That's really good with 6 of Swords and 3 of Swords. Okay, well, it reads really well. 4 of Cups, so wrapped up in a story. 9 of Discs. Wow. 7 of Cups, hunger to see. 5 of Swords. Wow. Okay, well, damn. Vessel, I feel like was so good with Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, but this is a little too, yeah, that's kind of ungrounded as well. Okay, Tarot of the Sweet Twilight and Vessel. And Narrative Alchemy, I think, are my faves together. Those are besties. What about something like the ABZ Oracle with this? I think that's too different of an art style. I Even though, I mean, they're so different. These art styles are so different. It's just, this one's a little cartoony and this one's like a little bit more serious. So that's a no. What about the Wisdom of Mary Magdalene? Always here. Especially if the Mary, the Mysteries of Mary deck. She should make an Oracle. Hattie Ann. I'm gonna bring it up. Not that I have any like pull or sway. I'm just gonna plant the seed. I don't think I like this visually. But maybe... I love this deck. What? I think I don't usually pair it with anything, but maybe I should. Messages from the Light meditation deck. Oh, this one's I really like this deck. I think it's beautiful, but it's a little tough for me because it has that like aged, like tea stained quality. Okay, well, I need to see pairings with this one. Oh, I love it. It's so beautiful. I love this deck. I'm just gonna keep it. Well, it's in the I like this deck bin. So, I mean, I like all my decks. What about the Faceted Garden? I feel like that's one that would kind of make sense with this one. Huh. What do you guys think? I think it's too much. I think it's a little too much. Like this one's, I don't know. I think there's too much going on. Judgments. Oof, yeah, it's kind of making me feel like a little like nauseous to view. Oh, you know what? Let's see here. It's a beautiful deck though. I mean, the Healing Flower color cards probably. Well, I don't know. Pixie. That's what I want to see. With the curves. The curves of their bodies. Their deck card bodies. I just think it's too, like, too ungrounded. Too out of this world. Too crazy. Yeah. But I think a circular, like, deck, like a small circle deck like this is really cute. That's nice. Let's see here. Oh. We're not getting... Oh, there's Runners of the Sun. There you are. Okay, that one. Okay, Runners of the Sun. Okay, yes. I think that this... There's something about the colors in the border that I think shows up a lot, like, in the watercolors here. Like, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is really good. Thank you for that suggestion. Yeah, I like that. And Runners of the Sun, I didn't use this for like an entire year when I got it. I think I got it when I was like really sick. And so I just didn't look at anything. I couldn't look at it. It made me feel really sick. But, and then I was like, I don't know if I even like it. Like I have all these other decks that are good. And I started using it. It reads really well. And it pairs with a lot of stuff. It's really good. Okay, Modern Mary Oracle. I think this looks good. I think this is probably the... Yeah. I like it. Okay, so... I think what I'm finding is that this deck actually goes good with a lot of stuff. Or I learned some lessons and got better at picking decks to pair from the last video. I think that's probably more accurate. Okay, Mother Witch. Let's check this one out. No. Well, doing the kombucha lady meme. I think, yeah. Huh. I think I like this. I think I do like this a lot. All right, you guys, we're pairing Luminous Void. We're doing it. I feel like there's not a lot of... I think part of the issue, too, is that, you know what? I think maybe Wisdom of the Oracle might look really good with this. That's somewhere else. I don't have that immediately here. But I think that also might look good. But I'm not sure that that one's like a very grounded deck. Okay, Angel number cards. I think that's too, like... I think it looks nice. Like, the colors, I guess. This deck really does go with everything. But I just don't think I like it. Okay. I'm, like, trying to find, like, mass market ones. First of all, that I own. Ooh. But that will also look good with this one. I think that's the tough one is like if there's a mass market deck that looks good with this Oracle deck that looks good with this, I don't have it. I simply do not own it. Yeah. What about the deck for Wonder Walking? Is that going to be too much, like, too much? Yeah, I think that's too much, like, too much. Okay, well, all right. I feel like I'm very satisfied. I don't know if you guys are. Let me look in this bin and see if there's any, like, mass market. Oh my gosh. The Dark Mirror Oracle. That's not, I mean, that actually might be like, that might actually work. I think that actually works. It's not necessarily grounded, but it's like definitely a vibe. It kind of gives this deck like, hello, like a whole other feeling to it. Hiding your true self, the devil, 10 of Wands. Bro, that's actually really good. Fated to suffer, the Empress and the Moon. Oh. 8 of Wands, Triumph of Lies, 6 of Cups. 10 of Swords, Parasite, Queen of Swords. Like this face. Yeah, wow, that's actually really good. Oh, okay, cool. But that's a whole other like thing that's happening with that. That's a whole other feeling. Crazy. Okay, let's see here. I gotta put all these, I'm gonna put all these decks in here. What about the Tree of Life Oracle? I really liked this one with the colors and the let's do no, I don't like this. No. I liked this with the Careless Sweet Twilight though. That was nice. Oh, hold up. What about, okay. The theory that Ari Kira looks good with everything. Oof. I think it's too... I think it could work. I bet it works. I bet it works. But I don't know if it's my favorite. It's not very grounded. It's not the vibe. Okay. What about Art Through the Starstream Oracle? What do you guys think? I don't think I have any thoughts, really. I don't know. I keep seeing decks that I'm like, I should pair this with Robinhood. Should try this one. Okay. How about... I feel like those would be kind of ungrounded. Maybe the Color Vision Oracle. If you guys don't have Color Vision Oracle, why not? I think that looks good. I mean, it really does go with like so much stuff. And the guidebook's good. Love her work. Okay. All right. I think we've worked through, what's this one? Oh. That is not an oracle. And this one is non-trimmed tantric dakini. Which, I think that looks really good. And yes. Okay, very cool. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up, I swear. I just want to get to the other bin of decks that I really like. What about the flower oracle or like the seashell oracle or like things like that? Do you think those would look good? I don't want to go grab them. I don't really like love those decks so much, you know? I really want a tree one though. I feel like it's the like Seasons of the Witch decks. I'm gonna just get them all. Oh, you know what? This. Also a deck that looks good with everything. And this is obviously no exception. Wow. This is the When Olga Speaks. What am I doing? I'm so excited for this guy. And it lives in this pouch with Craft Decadence. I mean, heavy iridescent, which, let's see. And then we'll move on to the next bin. And then I'll stop, okay? Ooh. did the this. I think that's good. Ooh, I wonder if this would look good with the her new square one, which I don't like. I like the collage for sure, but I just don't want to use the little things. I'm being stubborn. Just give me like 6 months and I'll love the shit out of that deck. Okay, that's definitely obvious. Okay, this bin got really pushed back. Let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh, for sure. All right, got some. What about this deck? It's called Ombligo Ubico. It's like, it means belly button or something. This, I think is super similar, but I think that it's different enough that it works extremely well. And it would be like several of these, one of these or two of these with a different, maybe more grounded oracle. Oh, yeah. Amazing. That looks so good. Okay, cool. I'm definitely not gonna have the time to do so much more of this. What about grow yourself? I don't think that looks good. Sorry. Immediately no. I mean, I think that could work. Huh. What else? 9 coins for sure, for sure. There's this deck. The Wisdom of Place. Elements of Sacred Landscape. I think this one's too many different like art styles. I don't think that would work. What about the Sacred Sites Oracle deck? I think this, let's see here. No. Let's change that. No. All right, I think I'm over it. Because I feel like I got, like, I feel like I was like, oh man, I don't know what to pair with this deck. There's like so many things and like, what do I pick? And now it's just like, well, actually, like, tons of stuff looks really good with this deck. This chonker, the Softest Shade. I don't think this fits. This deck is awesome. And this one, it's that like German tarot deck that's strange. I don't know German, unfortunately. But this says Ecstasy, and that says Serenade. And this says Ooh La La. And this says Bergen und Tal. I don't know what that means. This says Vogel Perspective. Maybe different perspective? E equals MC squared. Okay. 5, so it's like the Hierophant. I don't know that these 00 are these the majors? I guess I assumed that one because it said Der Spirituelle Meister, and this one's okay. We don't need to know. Siesta. Okay, let's get the yeah. Okay, it doesn't work. I'm getting distracted by this Oracle deck, or what I would use it as. An Oracle deck. Would I Master Elf? Cool. I'm gonna keep this one out because I want to look at that. Would Abaton keys look good? Maybe. We're not gonna find out though. You guys can let me know what you think. Okay, we're gonna put this back and this in here and some of these guys. Okay. Cleaned up. I cleaned up the zone. Okay. So my favorites, I think, are Nature Speaks. I really liked Tantric Tahini, actually. The Dark Mirror was really good. Let's see. When Olga Speaks. Runners of the Sun. Definitely. CC33. Modern Mary. You know. Mother Witch. That's what we got over here. I think that's in the Star Walker and the Belly Button one. I don't remember what that one's called. Oh, I keep forgetting about this pile of decks that I brought in from the, what's it called? Tarot Club bins, and this is the Magical Spirit Oracle. This is a mass market deck that I got that I actually really like. I use it, I really get a lot of, I don't have a ton of mass market like oracle decks or like decks in general, a decent amount, but I really like using them for Tarot Club. I'm not gonna like bring like Kazan Lar to, you know, public. Like, I don't know, like that's not happening, not yet. But I do like to, you know, like some indie and print decks and stuff like that once in a while, or like not many of them, it's fine. But I do like to have like a lot of options for people to use. And this one's fun. And I really, doing that has really like, it wasn't like I was like being pretentious. I mean, maybe, about oracle decks or decks or anything like that. It just like generally wasn't necessarily like my favorite. And I think that's still the case. Like there's absolutely some mass market decks that I really like. What about this one? Oracle of Pluto. I really like this one. Excuse me. I think that's gonna look crazy. I don't think that's gonna look good. Let's see here. I really like the Everyday Wish Oracle, but I don't think that's gonna look good with this one. What about the Saltwater Reading cards? I used to have the other ones too, but I didn't like them as much. This is kind of cool. I don't think it's my favorite, but I think I like that blue a lot. The Star Walker. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Thanks, guys.